Come on. Come on.
Oh man, I suck at this. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about a different type of mold design for soft plastic bait. So in general, we have two types of molds, the open pour mold and the injection mold. It's easier to make baits using an open pour mold and it requires fewer tools. But the bait created from an open pour mold will have one side that's flat. If your design doesn't have a flat side, you probably don't want to design an open pour mold for that. In that case, you have to design an enclosed mold and use an injector for shooting the plastisol into the cavity. Since the bait that you are gonna make is inside a cavity and has contact against the mold in every direction, you can add details on all sides of your design as long as you have a proper draft angle, so demold won't be a problem. What if you don't want to have a flat side on your bait and in the meantime you don't want to use an injector or you just don't have one? I have a solution for you. Let's use this bait model as an example. As you can see, the model has features on all sides and there's really not a side that you can leave open for pouring the plastisol. Because this has features on all sides, so we call it an injection style bait. And the goal here is to make an injection style bait without an injector. The idea is to make the mold like a waffle maker. You'll see what I mean in a minute. For the mold, first we draw the outlines for the mold box and then we extrude that outline. And you can see I draw two outlines, one is bigger than the other. Make sure the mold box properly covers the whole bait. Now split the box in half. We will subtract the model out later. For this mold, when I pour the plastisol, I want to overfill the bottom mold and then close the top mold to form the details on the top. But if I overfill the plastisol, it will go everywhere. I don't want that. To prevent that, I will have to build a wall around the bottom mold. This is where the outside outline is used for. So I extrude the bigger box tall enough to cover the top mold. That should be plenty. Now we can cut the model out from the mold box. Select Keep Tool because we still want to use that to cut the other mold. When we pour the plastisol, again, the idea is to overfill the bottom mold and close the top mold. And when we do that, we need to have a path for the extra plastisol to escape. The process of closing the top mold is kind of like making a waffle. That's why I call it a waffle maker mold. So basically, we find the high spots in the cavity and we drill holes into the cavity at those spots. In this example, we have two high spots. Now we have the escape path for the excessive plastisol. Again, we need to have a way to contain the escaped plastisol. So here I built two wells to do that. When I extrude, I choose new body because it's easier to print separately and I can glue them together after I print them. Finally, let's add some clearance, because during the open pour, I need to push the top mold into the box. Without the clearance, it's harder to do that. Here's a tip for the slicer setup. I will recommend using extra layers on the top, because when you squeeze the plastisol into the escape path, there will be extra heat and pressure between the molds. You're gonna need extra strength for those surfaces. Alright, there's some flashing I need to clean up, but that's normal. Works, okay. Alright, after trimming, this is the final result. Both sides have details, and we managed to create this bait without using an injector. Unfortunately, this is not the right material, because you can see when I clamp it down too hard, because of the heat and high pressure, it starts to deform, and the inside is also, you can see, kind of destroyed as well. So my conclusion is this idea will work. Oh, my dog wants to go out. Maxie. Oh, by the way, I make this doorbell for dog. Just a adapter on the regular doorbell. Where was I? Yeah, so The concept will work, but it will only work for maybe a metal mold or silicone. 3D printed PLA is not strong enough to handle the heat and the pressure. In retrospect, if you really want to design a waffle maker mold for your bait, I would do a thicker walls for the wells and probably just hand press the top mold and hold pressure. At most, you just need to do some trimming rather than destroy the mold. I hope this gives you some inspiration for your mold design. Think outside the box, don't be afraid of trying. Please subscribe, comment, let me know if you think this is a failure or there's something in it. I will see you in the next episode. Peace!